Hey everybody, it's Gabe from Thinking Outside the Longbox coming at you with another quick review. So people have been telling me for a couple weeks that I absolutely need to see Kong of Skull Island. I had wanted originally to see it in the theater, but the way it goes when you have a zillion kids is that you don't always get to see all the movies you want to see in the theater. So Tim Husky, aggravated artist, hashtag BPE, came by a couple weeks ago for the whole birthday bash and Mallrats screening, and he left a couple of movies. The crinkling noise that you hear is my cat playing in his toy. Left a couple movies. He left us Ghost in the Shell, which I haven't watched yet, but I will get to, and then Kong of Skull Island, which I sat down and watched with the kids and my wife last night. Frankly, it's amazing. If you listen to the show, which I hope you do, and if you don't, you should definitely check us out at www.totlb.com. But if you do listen to the show, you know that I'm a sucker for kaiju movies. I love Godzilla. I love the comic Kaiju Max. I collect IDW's Godzilla books. It's the whole giant monster movie is one of my favorite tropes. I absolutely love this idea of nature run amok, or, the hidden island that nobody's ever been to that is populated by like these crazy creatures. Going back, King Kong originally debuted in 1933. It's an incredibly old film series. There was a lot of really interesting things done with the original film where Kong fights all sorts of crazy monsters, and that's a tradition that's carried on largely throughout most of the film series, with the exception of kind of the movies where they just go to the island, kind of fight the natives, then take Kong back to the city. In the original film, obviously, there's a lot more time spent on Skull Island than in some of the subsequent reboots of the film. This seems amazing because it never takes him off the island. It never takes him away from fighting the Skull Crushers, I think is what the guy calls them, which is a hilarious part of the movie. It never takes him away from the giant octopus and all these other things that are in the film. This idea of not removing Kong from his original space is good, because it gives you a chance to learn who Kong is. It gives you a chance to learn that, Kong is the king of his domain, that he is the, ruler of Skull Island, and he's this insurmountable force. And it also provides a threat for if he is removed from Skull Island, there's this problem that he keeps, pushed into the earth. The giant skull lizard creatures. I wish there was a name for him besides the silly name. But by providing a reason for Kong to have to stay there, it opens it up for the next film in the series, which I assume is going to happen, that once they remove Kong from the island, there is this huge drawback that nothing is protecting us from the creatures that are now able to come out on the island, other than, of course, the giant storm that surrounds Skull Island. My understanding is that as Godzilla 2 is released, that it will build into a King Kong versus Godzilla movie. Pretty much nothing could make me more excited. I loved King Kong versus Godzilla when I was a kid. It was one of my favorite movies to watch. I would be unbelievably happy to see that revived. The Godzilla film that came out recently was probably one of my favorite Godzilla reboots. Just the scene where he's stomping through the airport, all I could think to myself is, though terrified, I would definitely pull out my phone and tape that. Because, what other chance are you going to get to watch Godzilla stomp a mud hole through a fucking airport? So, genuinely loved Kong of Skull Island. Thank you so much to Tim and Rob Walker specifically for recommending it to me and effectively getting me off of my ass and excited about watching the movie. It genuinely was one of the better movies that I've seen so far this year. I absolutely can't wait to see what they do with the series next. So, Kong of Skull Island, big thumbs up, great movie. Yeah, be sure to check it out if you haven't. Hey everybody, thanks for watching my quick review of Kong of Skull Island. Be sure to watch our reviews playlist to see more of my opinions on stuff. Subscribe to us on YouTube, because seriously, how else are you going to make sure that you don't miss a single thing that we post? And then go to our Patreon page and join us today for more exclusive content from TOTLB.